Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. What I want to talk about today is the cheating epidemic that has taken over so many games in the last few months. And I understand that cheating has been a long thing that has been a part of gaming since the beginning of time, shall we say. The beginning of gaming. I understand that we come from a background of console gaming. Console gaming is a lot different. For cheating in console gaming, it takes a lot. You can't just load up into a game, buy something, and all of a sudden you're 20 times better at the game than you were before. A lot of these games take a lot more skill to deal with, and that's the one problem I've always had with playing these kind of games. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand the how much it takes to become better at these video games. These video games are not easy to play. So for instance, when I talk about video games that are hard to play, I'm going to mention games like Tarkov. I'm going to mention games like Rainbow Six Siege. I'm going to mention other hardcore games, maybe like Arena Breakout and CS:GO and all the FPS shooters that people like to get invested in, invest their time in, sink their teeth into, enjoy a lot more than what people would normally do with many other games. So that's the point of today's video. Today's video is a pure rant about why I think, whilst there is many other issues with gaming in today's society, maybe say story writing or the way that the games are in general, how just shit they can be, taking away certain things and not doing things the proper way and ruining them to their very core. And that's something that it doesn't matter. We're going to deal with that anyway. We have no other option with that. That's how these games are made, and that's how these people want to make these games. We have to deal with it. We can either play them or don't. Simple as. But people who, for instance, have played Siege for a very long time. Siege and Tarkov were the first two games that I ever wanted to play on PC. I always wanted to play PC Siege because I wanted to see if I could better myself. And I did. It instantly was a lot better than what I was in console. And then Tarkov was because in the last few years before I ended up getting myself a PC, wanted to always watch people play this game. Not Arena, Arena is quite a new thing, and Arena is just a thing that I play because it helps with the main target account. I won't lie. Extra money, all good. But these games are things that people sink so many hours into because they have a genuine enjoyment of them. Tarkov, for me, is one of those games, don't get me wrong, I think at a certain point you have to probably sit down and realize in yourself that you have mental health issues when you enjoy a game that feels like someone is genuinely just repeatedly punching you in the fucking face. That's how this game feels sometimes. And I'm okay with that. Because Tarkov is Tarkov. Tarkov has always been like this, and that's just the game we want. We want a game that's hardcore. A game that's hard to play. And fuck this little fucking stupid. Yeah. It's a game that takes a lot to learn. A very steep learning curve. Not many people can, if
Behind,
any,
behind, behind.
can pick up this game instantly and
Right
know
side, right side.
what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. It's it's a lot harder to become good at these types of games. These types of games are so fucking difficult. Tarkov itself, don't get me wrong, if you either you started with Tarkov or you maybe start with any other hardcore type of shooter, then you can bring along those skills. For me, for instance, the game I played the most, and many other few games that I played the most, was games like Tarkov, games like Hunt Showdown, games like PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege. All these games are the games I mostly started on PC for, and I love playing on PC. It is much more of a satisfying thing. Learning how to become better at a PC, it takes a lot more skill than what people could imagine. Playing a game on PC takes a little bit of time to get used to. If you're used to using, say for instance, a controller for the entire time you've ever played any sort of game, you get flung into the deep end of having to play with a keyboard and mouse. For instance, I just fucking whiffed an absolute belter on that motherfucker. I don't know how the fuck he's not dead. 6 fucking hits, 280 damage, what the fuck. So for instance, I'm not amazing at the game. I'm not amazing at any game. Recently I have been hitting, what's it called? Diamond on Rainbow Six Siege. I hit my Emerald and I was like, okay, I've hit Emerald. I do have a lot of people that I play with. A lot of people who are a lot better at the game than I am. A ton fuck better than what I am. Their aim and, well, mostly their aim, their ability to kill people, a lot more better than what mine is. I have a decent amount of knowledge of the game itself and know what things to do. Maybe I do some dumb shit and it gets me killed a lot. But that's just my old fucking platinum brain taking over sometimes. I, as of recent, have came across so many cheaters in Siege. It is fucking ridiculous. When you get up to a certain rank in Siege, it is nothing but cheaters. You don't get a chance to come across many legit good players. For a while, maybe last season when I was at the very beginning of Diamond, or the very start of Diamond, so Diamond 5, I was stuck fighting most normal people. And that's fine. I'm happy. As I said in this game, I'm not good. I'm 0 fucking 2 and 2. I've got assists, but I'm getting fucking absolutely mollywopped here in this game. And I'm fine with that. I'm not someone who's going to sit here and tell you that I'm so fucking amazing at video games, that I'm the best player that's ever existed, fucking all this bullshit. No, I fucking suck at 90% of the games I play. Just played, shall we say, enough of certain games to have that information readily available to me. To have the ability to say, like, hey, this is what I should be doing, instead of, like, what I usually do. I have no idea how many more bullets I need to pile into someone, but he's playing in Assault. So, for instance, playing games like Siege, all Siege really does is it requires a lot more time and effort for you to get used to the game. It can take a long time before you are really good at the game, but at the same time it can take... Maybe you're used to FPS games. If you're used to FPS games, you can pick up games really quick. A game like Tarkov is going to always be a hard, steep learning curve because it's a game that doesn't tell you anything. You don't have a fucking map in the game, a mini-map and stuff like that. So it's always going to be a lot more difficult. But what makes these games a lot more difficult is these games have had such prevalent fucking cheating issues since their release. Games like Tarkov have had cheaters since fucking 2016, and they've only got worse every year because people like to cheat and make clips of it, or maybe offer a carrying service, which, money, as simple as that, money. If there's money to be made, people will make it through cheating. I'm not a certain person who's going to sit here and say, wow, that's just so fucking bad. We all know it's bad. Cheating in general in a video game instantly means you fucking suck. You are genuinely a scumbag. And that's fine. You want to be known as a fucking scumbag because you cheat in a video game because you're probably terrible as fuck at the video game itself. That's all that tells me is you suck at the game, so the first thing you had to do was get cheats. So to prove to yourself, maybe prove to your friends that whenever you hit champion in Rainbow Six Siege, you've got the champion charm and you've got the champion background. Someone sees your stats in R6 track and they're like, oh no, they've got a champion. That kind of shit. That's the shit that people cheat for, and people want to do these things because it makes them seem popular and it makes them seem good. But in reality, they're never. They're always the worst of humankind. not the worst. There's obviously worse things out there, but for gaming wise, they are people that are just fucking dumb. And I understand they'll never see it that way because for them, maybe they enjoy it. Maybe they enjoy doing it with their friends. Maybe it's just a fun little moment for them to have of cheating with all their friends and running around in Tarkov cheating together. But yeah, maybe it's just because I've never done it. I would never understand it, but I wouldn't like to ever do it because for me, what are you learning from a game? For me, playing a video game can be a good experience for learning things, you know? So for instance, for like playing a game like Tarkov, Tarkov takes a long time to get used to. As you can see, I'm so fucking horrible at the game. I'm using a gun I'm not very good at, and I'm fucking around my sensitivity. But it's a game that takes a long time for you to be in a comfortable position to say like, hey, I'm quite decent at this. I know what I'm doing. I know the maps. I know what guns are good. I know what ammo's really good. I know what armor goes there. The best armor plates. The reason why I died, even though Tarkov has a lot of fucking bullshit reasons why he died. So there's a lot of other issues that can take over. But cheating in these games are so prevalent that it ruins the experience for a lot of fucking people. A lot of people will see like maybe like a YouTube video, for instance, not on Tarkov but on Siege. Bolo released a recent video on his YouTube explaining that this season for him has been the worst season of Siege for cheating since he's ever played the game. And he's an ex-pro. That's a man who has played Siege for a living, earned money through playing Siege, and now streams Siege and does YouTube videos about it. I've played games with Meaty Marley and Rasco. I've been in their lobbies. These people are champions, and one of them's a current champion. And these people have to deal with cheaters on the daily in these kind of games because this is what they do. This is what they make their life out of. Myself, I also want to push to make an online presence for my own future, and I will always be willing to push forward for that. So that's why I'm making a video here today. I want to continue on my YouTube videos. I want to maybe start clipping some of my streams and putting them into videos themselves. It would take a while. I'm not a professional at it, but I'm always here to do it. But when both these games, both the games that I have genuinely came to enjoy the most in any aspect of it, there's so many these games I would play happily for so much longer over any game that I could name for a while. The only one that I'm looking forward to is fucking Arc Raiders at this point, and maybe a few single player games. And that's because I've learned how to play these games, and I enjoy them a lot more than many other games can provide the enjoyment. These games are hardcore, these games take a lot for you to learn about. Siege is just a very competitive game that I enjoy the ability of feeling that I'm getting better at the game. And now that I've reached this point, I feel like I'm hit a fucking roadblock. Either I might play against someone that is absolutely fucking goated at the game, and if they're goated at the game, sure, I can put my hand up and say, hey, good fucking work, man. You're fucking amazing at the game. I suck. But when I load into a game and I've got people looking at me through walls, I've got people fucking pre-firing me in a position that they shouldn't know I'm in there, or I've got people fucking tapping me in the head the moment I spawn, looking straight at my spawn and following me out of a wall. Shit like that is not able. And as of more recently, especially when it comes to Siege, so many people closet cheat. So many people cheat but hide the fact they're cheating. Because, I don't know, maybe they find in some sort of way that that's just... that's just better for them. That maybe that makes them think that they're still good at the game, and all these people are like, damn, you're so fucking good at the game. I can't believe you're doing all these fucking things. How did you learn to get so better? When in reality, they have walls. They just don't have like fucking... they don't have like auto aim. Simple as that. Maybe you don't have auto aim installed. Maybe you just have wall hacks. Which wall hacks in a game like Siege is a fucking very easy way to win a game of Siege. You can't tell if someone's about to walk round the corner in a game of Siege unless you have audio cues, unless you have things like information from your teammates, information from the cameras, the gadgets. All of these things are things you need to learn about Siege. But you can take away all of that when you can see someone through walls. And that's what we've hit at this point now. It feels like more and more people are closet cheating. They're cheating, but they're hiding the fact that they're cheating. And it's fucking stupid. And the fact that these companies do fucking nothing to stop these cheaters is one of the things that really annoys me the most. Like, we are at a point now, I'd say, that if you... Like, if these companies were just to actually bother to, say for instance, add a better fucking anti-cheat into their game, maybe their game wouldn't be in such of a bad state that it is. But because these companies aren't willing to do these things because they think it's maybe going to break something, for instance, Nikita, when he talked about wanting to add a different anti-cheat, he was talking about the fact that it would maybe make the game run worse. But I know a lot of people, and personally even myself, I would rather the game take a little while to be fixed optimization wise than have to fucking play against cheaters anymore. Oh, my bad, bro, my bad. So that's what I think the problem with like a lot of these video games is these people who just don't want these things to change because they have the ability to make money from them. People have always talked about Siege in the sense of maybe they don't do so much because it would increase the amount of people who are playing the game, or maybe they get more people who are buying the game. Tarkov, it's been long taken the piss out of that people think that the Tarkov devs are in on the cheats and making the cheats for people so they can sell more accounts. Which, personally, I think, sure, if you're doing that, then you're making money. And it's fucked. It's as simple as it's never going to stop cheating at that point. But if you are genuinely cheating just because you can, it's boring to me. I've never seen the enjoyment in cheating, maybe because I like to play video games to get better at them. Everyone plays a video game to get better at it. Either you're playing at it to have fun, which is fine. There are video games out there that you can play just to have a laugh. I'm always a fan for that. You can play games that are purely there for your enjoyment. But when it comes to games like Tarkov, and comes to games like Siege and games like CSGO and stuff like that, you're playing the game to get better at the game, to have a higher rank, to know that you have got to a better level than what you could ever reach before. And that's that good feeling about those games. But when you play against cheaters, or even if I'd say if you are a cheater, where's the enjoyment in that? Surely you have a few hours of maybe doing some funny moments. I killed an entire team in 2 seconds because I'm cheating, or these people were so confused they thought I was cheating, and I turned them on and got when I was really fucking bad at the game and killed everyone. Those kind of things are always going to be there, but for me it's boring as shit. So I think to end the end of this video off, and I will be streaming today, technically, because I'm recording this video at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't ask why. I tried it too many times, fucked it up, had to set a bunch of things up to make it sound better. I will be recording a lot more videos, and I will be clipping some of my Twitch, maybe upload some VODs depending on what I'm playing. I want to play some single player games, but I like doing my online games and sort of doing this. Right now I have sort of my first champ run on Siege on my Twitch. So I'll do a lot more Siege clips and a lot more moments, and then once I'm more comfortable, and maybe if I get my name a little bit out there, I'll start taking a lot more suggestions when it comes to Siege. If you want to see me do something funny or do some stupid shit, maybe go for like an entire season with only using certain operators or certain guns, for now, I want to hit champion, and once I've hit champion, then I will do whatever the fuck I want. It's that one point that I want to get to. I want to reach champion, to know that I could do it, and to know that I've done it. And then I will be happy that I have made it to that level. I made it to a level that I have never really made it to before. And for me, that is an enjoyable experience about video games in general. And hope everyone can appreciate that. That, like, what I'm talking about is just the genuine issues with gaming at the moment, and always has been for a little while. I'm out of fucking bullets. Lol. That I hope we can come to a point where these companies start to do a lot more things for the cheaters in general. And these games would soar beyond heights that they've never been before. Siege would be such more of a popular game if they worked on getting rid of the cheaters more proactively. Tarkov would be an unbelievable game if you got killed by people and you knew that they were legit, rather than having that little niggling feeling in the back of your neck, knowing that they are more than likely cheating their ass off. I mean, to me, it's always been funny because majority of people who cheat in these games are just fucking terrible at the game, and that's the reason why they cheat. So I always just laugh at it, laugh it off, play the next game, enjoy the game. Because if you don't enjoy the game, you're never going to enjoy it, because cheaters are just always going to be there. So I appreciate everyone who's watching, I appreciate everyone who follows and subscribes and likes the channel's videos. I will be live on Twitch. The Twitch will be in the description of the video, and the Twitch will be also in the description of my YouTube. If you like to come along and say hello and watch some fun gameplay of a near 30-year-old man trying to go for champ, I'm going to have him be getting a webcam soon enough, then it'll be another level to the stream. So I appreciate it. If I'll see y'all there, I'll see y'all there. So thank you for listening. I'll do more videos like this in the future, and I appreciate all the love and support that I get from everyone else. Peace out.